this past week, we've heard a lot of people talk about feeling like they are bystanders to the worlds around them, that they have no control over anything that happens, in this sense of defeatism. Instead, what I want to propose for all of you to think about tonight as we enter Shabbat is, how do we envision a world worthy of God's presence? What does that world look like? And how do we start to contribute to that world? What type of language do we use towards one another? What type of language can we use that lifts each other up, that gets to know each other, that has conversations with each other? What type of language can we use that can bridge the gaps that keep us too far apart from one another, so that we can foster and create a world worthy of God's presence? That we essentially each create our own mishkan, dwelling place for God, as a way of responding to the world around us. We can't control everything, but how we respond to it is one way that we can. Let's take a moment now to reflect on the ways we can add kindness and goodness to the world around us.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Allison Warzala, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Anshe Amit Memorial Temple. Whether you're here joining us in the sanctuary or on the live stream, we're so glad that you've chosen to join us tonight to welcome Shabbat and to be led in song by Kol Emet. Looking forward to that. It should be a really nice evening. Now I'd like to invite Madeline Berman up to light our Shabbat candles. The blessings can be found on pages 2 and 3. Shabbat Shalom.
O source of light and truth, creator of eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
continue with Lachuna Ranana on page 12. We continue with Lachado D on page 20.
תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר אל תילן. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ברחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמסוס חתן על כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת ארוני תעריצי, על יד בן ישי פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, אלי שבת נקבלה.
Shabbat Shalom. We continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי כל ויומך ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
We rise in either body or spirit for the Baruch Hu on page 28. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravi.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
The top of page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות הספר למלכותך, ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה. זה אלי, 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 אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך,
Ashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, L'shalom, L'shalom. Ashkivenu, Ashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, L'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu v'chaim, U'L'shalom, U'L'shalom.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. continue now with Tefillat Lev, the personal and private prayer of the heart, either using the words on your prayer book until page 63, or more importantly, the words inscribed upon your heart. When you're finished, please be seated.
Tonight we're going on a musical voyage and explore the music of the synagogue in older times and of our people. There will be music that you'll recognize, like this melody for the 4 questions that are sung at the Seder table on the festival of Passover. There will also be many melodies that perhaps you are not acquainted with in the course of the presentation. When it comes to music of the synagogue, there are certain rules which must be followed, and here is an example for you. The scale which I am singing has a special name. It's called the Phrygish scale. And it is the foundation upon which the Ahava Rabbah mode is based. It's used for Shacharit and Musaf services. What are Shacharit and Musaf services? You should ask. They are the morning Shabbat morning services and the additional services in conservative and Orthodox synagogues. And at other times as well. This special scale is used in the construction of so many melodies that we know and love, like Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Oleg Shabbat, Sim Shalom, Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha, Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. And V'taher Libeinu, and we could go on this way for the rest of the night. There are other modes which are used at other times. They are named for the prayers in whose services they are found, like Magen Avot and Adonai Malach, 2 modes which are heard in the Friday evening service. So the melodies which we sing were not randomly chosen. They had to fit into the proper mode for that service. We more than modes, I'm sorry. There's more than modes that goes into our synagogal music. Listen to this melody. Does it sound familiar? If you said it's from the evening services of Rosh Hashanah, you are right. So in addition to the special modes which are used in certain services, there are melodic themes which are used as well. And then there is this issue of how a melody can be plain or fancy. You can take a prayer and chant it very quickly, like so. Veshameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Or you could take the prayer and tune, and you can embellish it like so. Veshameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. And that is an example of the art of Chazanut, taking simple tunes and making it very fancy. Do you understand? Now Chazanut is somewhat like jazz in that it can be improvised. I think I'm improvising. That is to say, created on the spot, and so the identical prayer may sound very different every time it's chanted. And now other considerations when chanting. In addition to using the proper scales and motifs, what we call nusach, it is to sing each word in such a way that its meaning is crystal clear, even those who don't know Hebrew. So if I sing Bechatzorot Vekol Shofar, it should be clear that I am singing about horns, actually the shofar, and about trumpets. And if I sing about Hashamayim ve'haaretz, you could figure out I was singing about the heavens and the earth below. How low can I go? And that is how a cantor makes words of the prayers come to life. Synagogue music is also comprised of the compositions of talented composers and of gifted composers whose creations and creativity has enriched the beautified our worship together. Names like Yossele Rosenblatt, Mordechai Hirschman, Pinchik and Quarten, Zilberts and Lind, Binder and Zulzer, Naumburg and Weiser, and Adolf Kachko. They represent the old school, whose music is beloved. Then there are writings of other composers, like Max Janowski, whose music we are hearing, and Gershon Kingsley, and Herbert Fromm, and Ben Steinberg, just to name a few. But there's one composer who's due a special mention, because of his special contributions of music that's singable, pleasurable, memorable, whose use has become universal. I'm speaking of Israel Gold Farm, whose melodies for the Friday evening service are known. Like Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri. I don't want to say the rest of it. Okay. And vayechulu hashamayim ve'haaretz. And we have another composer like Lewandowski. Lechad. Come on, Lechadodi. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. We have a lot of melodies. They're singing certain scales, like the major. It's the one that we use on the high holidays. The Fragish we use all the time. And there's the minor, da-da-da-na. What's the minor? Give me a minor key. Yai hi 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 yai hi 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 yai hi 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 together yai hi 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 yai hi 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 yai hi hi hi. We don't even need words. We have a nigun. It just has the music without anything but your heart and your emotions. I could go on, but I think for the sake of time, I'll sing to you the other parts another day. Shabbat Shalom. There's one extra piece which I think is very important. It's one of the things that we chant at the end of the Torah. Remember crossing the Red Sea, or is it the Sea of Reeds? I think it's the Red Sea. But before Moses held up his hand and God parted the waters, everybody was quiet. They were quiet in vigil, watching through the night, sung by the choir. להוציאם מארץ מצרים. לכל בני ישראל לדורותם. לכל בני ישראל לדורותם. So after that quiet night, Moses gets in front of the waters and with God's help parts the waters. And we hear a special melody that comes up over and over again in the Shirat Hayam. O ziv zimrat ya vayehi li lishua ze elevianehu Elohei aviv va'arom amenhu. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot o sefele. And what do we say at the end of reading every one of the Torah, books of the Torah? Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. So I wish everybody to be strong and strengthened. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Cantor. I feel like I should sing that though, but I won't.
You're welcome.
On this Shabbat Eve, as we join together as one congregation to celebrate creation and joy of life and living, we turn our thoughts to those in our community for whom life has become precarious because of health or hospitalization. I want to invite you to say the name of someone you are thinking of aloud, or find on our service sheet the name of a congregant you would like to say a prayer for. Say their names as they look around the sanctuary.
David Rice, and Ellen Barnum and Judy Feldbaum.
O God of healing, we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers together with the prayers of those who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you place within us all, and guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and their families. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. As together we say, Amen. We continue with Aleinu, found on page 282, as we rise either body or spirit. Page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved, each of us, for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the Son of God over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom
When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and strength of faith can line the heaviness of the heart. At times the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. The psalmist said that in his affliction he learned the law of God. In truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silent in their presence and when a word will assure them of our love and concern. Thus, even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as, in their higher moments, they themselves wish to live. We remember them now as they live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those whose families are observing the Shloshim. We remember Ronnie Hans Rothhauser, wife of Frank of blessed memory, mother of John and Robert and Deborah and Betty, grandmother of Amy and Stephanie, Andrew and Karen, Benjamin, Anne Marie, Daniel and Aaron, Evan and Jonathan, and Sapir, and great-grandmother of Aiden, Aviva, Ella, and Mackenzie. And we remember Joseph Aronow, husband of Deborah, father of Marshall and Victoria, David and Andrea, Anna and William, grandfather of Joyce and Danielle, Jacob and Kimberly, Stephanie, William, Julia, Joshua, Mattias, and Rebecca, as well as many great-grandchildren. We remember Harold Bates, husband of Mimi of blessed memory, long-term partner of Susan, brother of Charlotte, father of Rob and Susan, Michelle and Stefan, grandfather of Mickey, and dear family of Laura, Adam, and Catalina. And we also remember Ed Fox, husband of Aileen of blessed memory, partner of Lila, father of Janny and Lou, Amy and Robin, grandfather of Ben and Rachel, Sophie and Garrett, and great-grandfather of Evan and Henry, Ethan and Jason. Also have the sad duty to inform you all that earlier today, Philip Cantor, husband of Jane Cantor, passed away. As soon as we know funeral details, we'll send it all on to the congregation. We also remember those who died at the season in years past, we've taken to our hearts with our own. We remember Marvin Ames, Salman Blatt, Lillian Medoff Boardman, Edward Bohr, Scott Bruskin, Pesach Shednowski, Isaac Elkowitz, Joseph Friedman, Luba Friedman, Morris Furstein, Morris Gazovitz, Winifred Golden, Ernestine Gorda, Howard Gran, Eva Grossman, Dorothy Hockman, Edward Katz, Jacqueline Keller, Seymour Kruger, David Levine, Robin LeWinter, Rose Knacht, Charles Nadler, Milton Parson, Ruth Pat, Philip Phillips, Dr. Norman Reitman, Shirley Rosenberg, Blair Savage, Stephen Schiffman, Mary Schlesinger, Hermine Schwartz, Laura Sigmund, Louis Smilo, William Stern, Sarah Tech. And if you're joining us online to say Kaddish for a loved one, please say their names aloud at home. And if you are here in person to say Kaddish, please say their names as I look around the sanctuary.
Gladys Bear,
Edward Wapnick.
Zikranam Livracha, may all their names and memories only be for a blessing. I invite all the mourners, if able, to rise for Kadisha Tome, Mourner's Kaddish, on page 294. Yit Kadal, V'Kadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'Alma Divrach Rutei, V'Amlik Malchutei, B'chai Chon, V'Yomechon, V'Chaid Kol Beit Yisrael, V'Galav Isman Kari V'Imru.
Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Olomei Almaya, Yit Barak V'Ishtabach V'Tar V'Tumam V'Naseh, V'Tadar V'Taleh V'Talal, Shmei D'Kudashah,
Richu.
Leila Minko Birchata V'Shirata, Tushbechata V'Nechamata, Damiran V'Alma V'Imru.
Amen.
Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Ko Yisrael V'Imru.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom B'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Ko Yisrael V'Imru. Amen. May the source of peace bestow peace to all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved, as we say, Amen. Just a few brief announcements before we close our service. Thanks again, first and foremost, to our choir for the wonderful music, and to Leah Frank as well for the accompaniment on tonight's service. Tomorrow, March 1st, begins a bunch of our Dash for Diaper events for the Aunt Shamuth Community Development Corporation. It's one of the big drives that we do throughout the year to help bring in diapers and funding for the CDC. March 1st is our first event with Family Twister, and then on March 2nd there is a family fun run beginning from our parking lot. You can look in the Friday email for more details on those. Sunday at 10:30 a.m. is our next Keepers of Jewish Excellence with Adrienne Black, who wrote a phenomenal book recounting her life as being a child of the head of the KKK, and how Adrienne went through this awakening of realizing all of the issues with the Ku Klux Klan, and meeting others at college and coming out of that shell. The presentation will be on Zoom only, so do not come to the building looking for it, because it won't be here. Stay in your pajamas. Well, maybe not your pajamas. It is at 10:30, but it'll be on Zoom. And then lastly, please join us here on March 10th in the evening for the opening kickoff of the World Zionist Congress election. From March 10th to May something or other, it doesn't matter, you're going to vote before May, because we're going to make you vote before May, is when we vote for the World Zionist Congress elections to make sure that we get enough progressive votes to make sure that the causes that Reform Judaism stands for in Israel are represented, to make sure the funding goes to the right places that stand for our values. So please join us in person for the kickoff Monday, March 10th. At the conclusion of our service, we're going to join in Littman Hall for Kiddush and Motzi and a chance to greet one another. Cantor, take us away.
We close on page 321 with the singing of Adolam as we rise.
Nasa Farah.
Adon Olam, Hashem Allah, B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra. V'it Nasa, V'ketz HaKol, Azai Melech Lo Nivra.
Ve'hu echad ve'ein sheni, ve'hamshi, ve'hakbida, ve'ideshit, ve'litachlit, ve'lo ha'os ve'hamizrach.
Adon Olam, Hashem Allah, B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra. V'it Nasa, V'ketz HaKol, Azai Melech Lo Nivra. Beyado havkidruchi, beyet ishan ve'arira, beimruchi geviati, Adonai li velo hira. Adon Olam, Hashem Allah, B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra. V'it Nasa, V'ketz HaKol, Azai Melech Lo Nivra. Azai Melech Lo Nivra. Azai Melech Lo Nivra.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger